and O's. What's it going to take if Toronto's going to be the team to take it? What's it going to take from them to win this American League East?
When it comes down to these three teams, it's pitching. Pitching is going to pretty much stand out for the AL East teams. Unfortunately, the one team that I do not see that has a great pitching staff is the Baltimore Orioles. They are actually combating that with their home runs. They have the most home runs in the MLB right now, all because of Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Machado, and Trumbo. Trumbo just came out of nowhere this whole season and almost has an MLB best. I think he has 38 home runs right now. He's working on 40 tonight. So it's purely amazing how offensively sound the Orioles are. But defensively, their pitching staff, they need to make a trade or bring somebody up from the minors who is an excellent closer, or at least in the rotation a good fifth for the Orioles. When it comes to the Red Sox, excellent offense, excellent pitching staff still, and Toronto Blue Jays as well. Edwin Encarnacio, I probably butchered his name but still he's producing well. It's definitely going to come down to the last week to see if these three teams, who will be on top and who will still be in the wild card. But I do see the AL East wild card being the Red Sox and Orioles being in the wild card.
Tom, Kansas City, again, the defending champion, winners of 9 out of the last 10. They're still 7.5 back of Cleveland for the Central. What's been the reason for their struggles up until this point, up until their most recent win streak?
Their struggles have just been overall runs. They only have 496 runs batted in, which is 27th in the league. Their on-base percentage is low as well, 312, and their slugging percentage is low as well, only a 397, which is 27th as well. So it seems that as their offensive bats just went downhill after the World Series. When it comes to pitching, they haven't done much better. Their earned runs average for all the pitchers is a 4. The quality starts only a 57. And the opponent's batting average is a 249, which is decent, but it could be better. So it's both offense and defense that have failed them this year.
As I mentioned, Tom, the Cubbies' best team in baseball, best team in the National League by far. Between the Nationals and the Dodgers, which team would give them the most fits to go to the World Series?
Definitely the Nationals. We've had trouble with them in the past. It seems like Bryce Harper has his hairdo, amazing. But it's their pitching staff has been a curse to us. It's been the Billy Goat curse. The Dodgers, not too much to worry about there. As we were talking about, they just got Carlos Ruiz, who's been World Series. Might be able to help him out a little bit. But other than that, if the Dodgers don't get Kershaw back, it would probably be a sweep for the Cubs. But when it comes to the Cubs and Nationals, that would definitely go at least 6 games in favor of the Nationals, unfortunately.
Which team right now in the American League and National League, Tom, going to the wild card standings? Right now in the American League, you have Boston and Baltimore in the AL. In the NL, you have the Giants and Cardinals. Which team outside of those top 2 spots has the chance to possibly sneak in and seat one of those 2 teams in both AL and NL?
Well, for the NL, as we were talking about, the Miami Marlins, they may actually be able to sneak in because of their offensive power that they've had and the way that they've actually been playing recently. Their runs batted in and slugging percentage are a little bit weak, but their batting average, their contact hitting, has been extraordinary. Right now their average batting is 269, which is pretty good for right now. They're third in the MLB. So if they continue hitting batting runs in, I could see them squeaking into the playoffs. And with the AL, the Seattle Mariners, surprising team coming from, I want to say, almost dead last year, to being second right now in the AL West. I would have thought a spectacular season last ongoing with a full head of steam, but it seems like Nelson Cruz, who came over from the Orioles, and Robinson Cano and Kyle Seager have just been what the Mariners needed to continue to thrive in the MLB right now. So if one team were to sneak in, I would definitely say the Seattle Mariners.
All right, perfect. So that ends our baseball segment. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Champions League soccer is back. And for me, I can't be more excited about it. Defending champion Real Madrid has a pretty favorable group. We'll talk about the other teams in it, including first-time champion, EPL champion ever, Leicester City, what their chances are to get out of the group in their first appearance in this tournament. We'll take a short break. Here we have Old 45's Chromeo on the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone and Tom Crane on Spreaker Radio.
Step to you with a corny line, asking for your name, saying what's your sign. You turn around like, boy, quit talking to me. Yeah. He could pick you up in a limousine. You'd look back like, what you mean? Just worry about more important things. Boys are not the middle, always in the middle. It bothers you a little, bothers you a little. Why can't we be like mom and dad? Settle, but didn't you get the memo? You only get a date if you're walking in stilettos. This is enough to drive you mad. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing a jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing a jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back to me. Romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back to me. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and dance with me. You're out of luck, maybe out of touch. You only see schmucks and you really had enough. It's not adding up and you just don't understand. A straight shooter, he's a straight shooter. Cut to the chase and he asked if he could be up. A PS, he had a ring on his left hand. Boys are non-committal, always in the middle. It bothers you a little, bothers you a little. Why can't we be like mom and dad? You don't wanna settle, but didn't you get the memo? You only get a date if you're walking in stilettos. This is enough to drive you mad. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back to me. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and it all comes back to me. If you think romance is dead, no, I'm throwing jukebox full of 45s. Pop a nickel in it and dance with me. If you think romance is dead,
And welcome back to the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone and Tom Crane, coming to you live from Kansas City, Missouri and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's just after 3 on the West Coast, a little bit after 5 here, a little bit after 6 on the East Coast. So we're going to talk Champions League for a minute here. Just a quick rundown of the groups. They've already been decided. 8 groups of 4. Top 2 advance to the round of 16. From there, it's a knockout stage to determine the champion. Defending champion Real Madrid, pretty well. They have a pretty favorable group, but we'll go from A to H, and we'll talk about who will advance from each group. So without further ado, let's go to Group A. PSG from France, Arsenal from England, you have Basel from Switzerland, and Ludogorets from Bulgaria. For me, the top, it's not pretty easy. You have PSG. They don't have Zlatan Ibrahimovic anymore, but still no problem. They have enough power to get by. I think Arsenal is going to win the group with Basel and Ludogorets eliminated after the group stage. Group B, you have Benfica from Portugal, Napoli from Italy, Dynamo Kiev from the Ukraine, and Besiktas from Turkey. Benfica, I think, is going to win the group. They're always a team that's pretty solid, gets to the knockout stage, no problem. Napoli, they don't have Gonzalo Higuain, who scored a record 33 goals, I believe, this season in Serie A, is now with Juventus. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Napoli still will have enough to get by. It's going to be close with Dynamo Kiev and Besiktas out. Group C, you have Barcelona, the defending La Liga champions, Manchester City, a team who made it to the semifinals last year. Borussia Mönchengladbach from Germany, and then Celtic from Scotland. Celtic was almost even not going to make it to this group stage with some issues in qualifying and not being able to put away teams when they're supposed to, but yet Celtic is here. That being said, it's no question about it. Barcelona's going to win the group. Manchester City is going to finish in second. Group D, you have Bayern Munich, the defending champions in Germany. Atletico Madrid, the runner-up from last season's UEFA Champions League. PSV from the Netherlands, and Rostov from Russia. Same as always, Bayern Munich, I think, still is dominant enough to get by this stage easy. It's going to be tough with Atletico, but I think Bayern will blow out the teams more so than Atletico. So Bayern wins first on goal differential over Atletico to advance first and second. Group E, it's going to be the more interesting group. You have CSKA from Russia, Bayer Leverkusen from Germany, Tottenham from England, and Monaco from France. This is my version of the group of death, just because you have, I think, 3 potential teams that can get out of this group: Leverkusen, Tottenham, and Monaco. The only reason why I say Monaco has a chance this season is because Radamel Falcao, who played last season with Chelsea, is back with Monaco again, but he's been on a scoring tear this season. I think he's done it well. And I think if Monaco stays healthy, and Falcao stays healthy, they have a chance to upset either Tottenham or Leverkusen to do it. That being said, I don't trust Falcao's health enough. So I'm going to say Leverkusen wins the group, Tottenham finishes second, and Monaco finishes number 3. Group F, Real Madrid, the defending champions, still have Cristiano Ronaldo. Zinedine Zidane in his first Champions League full season as a head coach. So he won, obviously, last season. But let's see how he does from the beginning to end. Also, Borussia Dortmund from Germany is in this group, Sporting from Portugal, and Legia from Poland. So Real Madrid, no question. I think they're going to win the group easy. Dortmund finishes in second. Group G is an interesting one as well. You have Leicester City, the defending EPL champions, Porto from Portugal, Club Brugge from Belgium, and Kopenhagen from Denmark. Leicester City, they're a team that, again, shocked the world last season and won the English Premier League for the first time ever.